Oh, thanks, sweet. 11. Thanks, sweetie.
Let's do this for a bit.
Hello, everybody. Yes, you just saw the domestic bliss. We can be blissfully domestic here. Not always chaotic. How is everybody? I hope you're all doing well, and thank you for joining me. Teresa Balthazar. Hello. She's been waiting for a few minutes, I think. Yeah, and I hope everybody had a lovely Easter. Yeah. Oh, hang on. U.S. Capitol evacuated as police track a threatening aircraft. Okay, looked like it was some idiot jumping out of an aeroplane into a warfield or something. Yeah. Hi Renee. Hi Michelle Mabel. Yeah, I hope everyone's okay. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is blaming the FAA after U.S. Capitol Police evacuated the Capitol complex mixed up over a plane carrying U.S. military skydivers. Yeah, this is what happens. Things get jumpy for a long time afterwards. So I hope everyone is okay. Yeah. I haven't really thought about well, I have. There is something I do want to look at today, and that, of course, is understandably because where I live, the Solomon Islands things with China and the Solomon Islands signing a pact. There was a news report on today. I didn't watch the whole story, but apparently there's been accusations of politicians being bribed by people in China to accept the pact, and sign off on it. So I think we'll have a look at that. And yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Hi, Em. Haven't seen you for a little while. Hope you've been good. Hi, Clarence Fields. Lovely picture of the Queen to mark her 96th birthday with 2 horses. Hi, Dana Terry. Can Biden turn his ship before midterm storm? Yes. Well, we'll have a look. Can Biden bring the midterms home? We'll look at that as well. Remember, looking from this time, it might be a bit different than looking a few days before the election. So don't get disheartened if it's not, if what I come up, but I'm going to ask the question. And I'll be asking the question several times between now and the midterm elections. I was right about Jose Ramos Horta winning the election in East Timor, or Timor-Leste, as it is formerly known. I'm happy to see that. Hi, Karen Bissell. That's okay, Em. Alex Jones, the InfoWars chief, offers to speak to January 6th investigation in exchange for what? For immunity. Okay, he must really be feeling why does he want immunity? He must be. Why? Why is he making the offer? Would it be anything to do with him being bankrupt? And, you know, yeah, the capital was, the US capital was evacuated. It was a military plane, but it looks like it's crossed line. So what happened with that evacuation? What happened with that evacuation? The evac. Military skydivers. So yeah. Hey, don't put mosquitoes down. They know enough to infect the rest of the human race. So. Jacinda Ardern has said working with assertive China a must. Well, yeah, we've got to learn how to work with them. That doesn't mean we want them invading everywhere. A judge is mulling a lawsuit. If anyone's got something they want me to ask, what's going to happen to Julian Assange? Will Australia assist him? I don't see why we should, but I'll ask you. I'm not. I'm getting like words going through my head, and so I'm just gonna take a deep breath because I'm absolutely no Arab admirer of the man, but again, you've got to be careful of prejudices seeking in. So, and I'm getting going through my head. He was warned, and he was warned, and he was warned. There's only so much the Australian government could do, and so if he kept going down this path, so. Paul Gosar and Andy Biggs and Mark Fitcham. Okay. Gosar and Biggs and State Rep. This is in Arizona. Finchon be banned over 1-6, over encouragement 1-6. Yeah. Okay. Macron Le Pen. Okay, yes, I can look at Macron and Le Pen. The runoff is, I think, next week, the final election. Okay. Will Abbott from Texas lose? Okay. Texas. Abbott lose. Made win. Okay. Texas blue. Purple. Mm-hmm. Anyone else got questions? I'm going to make a start in just a couple of minutes. Hi, Sheila. How are you, my dear? Hang on. That's an interesting story. In Scotland, the Clan Buchanan prepares for the first inauguration in more than 340 years. One of Scotland's largest and most ancient clans is preparing to reunite for the inauguration of the first Buchanan clan chief for more than 340 years. In October, John Michael Bailey Hamilton Buchanan is set to be officially made the first clan chief since the last inauguration ceremony took place in the 17th century. Okay. It talks about restoring Scottish traditions. Yeah. 1681 was the last Buchanan clan chief. New clan jewels have been reconstructed. Wow, must have a lot of money. That's very... Might do a little bit of research. Will lose the lawsuit. Trying to remove her from the ballot. MTG. Lose. We'll have a look at that. Yeah. I keep spelling lose. Loose. Lose. So anyway, let's make a start. She lose and will Abbott lose the election. Hi, Greta. How are you? Oh my goodness, what a crack up. Okay. First, as I have been doing recently, and we'll send out a prayer for all those areas which are suffering from not just Ukraine, it's other areas that are being pulled apart by people wanting more than they're entitled to, other war-torn areas such as Yemen and bits of Africa and places like that. So all those places that are being torn apart by war, we're sending out a prayer of peace and healing. Please bring peace and healing to these places. Okay. So let's have a look. Will the Utah Senator Mike Lee go down due to January 6th? Interesting question. We'll have a look at that. I've been seeing a couple of articles and news stories on that, on him. And he's, way back as, oh God, even before the election, apparently, he was sending out suggestions, I suppose you'd call them. Will Utah Senator Mike Lee go down with the January 6th vote? Knight of Swords. Look what was on the bottom, Justice, so that's a good sign. Knight of Swords, he was really willing to charge in there quite early on and started talking of slates of fake electors or alternate electors, as they prefer to call them. Well, might give them a little bit of their delusion. I think it's coming up to that point. We've got the Two of Wands here, where decisions might be made about which direction to go with him. It's just someone out the back. Okay. Legal shenanigans. So we had the Knight of Swords before, causing chaos. The Page of Swords. He was, willing to poke and pry and Page of Swords. I'm getting, yes, I do think he's going to be quite disappointed with how things are going to turn out for him. Ace of Cups. An eye is going to be cast over him. Definitely, information is definitely coming up that is like about him. It was hidden for a while with these. I like this because it shows what was hidden in the shadows has come to light, and sort of thing about him. And he's definitely going to be having to stand up in defense of himself. So I do think he's going to. Will it take him down? There's the Two of Pentacles with the Two of Wands. It's not quite at that point yet. There's still things being juggled as to whether or not action will be taken, and they need to talk to him more. Temperance. Yeah. Three of Wands, consequences. Okay, I do think he's going to end up talking to them. Now, part of temperance can be bringing down the heat on something, making things better, or tempering something, like making its effects not so bad. But here's the card of consequences. So I do feel that he is going to face some consequences for his actions. And I think he might try and temper what they'll be. Dr. Oz, he's not going to get anywhere. I love that they're starting to play the stand back and stand by thing. Will he be invited to resign from the Senate? Let's have a look at that. Hi, Pamela Bryan. How are you? Likely be invited to. Yeah, I do think there will be, you can make it easy on yourself. The Walker Brothers song. Make it easy on yourself. Won't sing anymore because I don't want to get dinged, whatever it is. Okay. Can Biden bring home the midterms? Let's have a look. No, 905 is probably better. Cruz. Will Cruz see out? Will Senator Cruz see out his term? Entertainment purposes only. The Sun, yes. But will he win another one? That's a different story. So this is saying, yeah, he'll see out his term. He's not going to be forced to resign or anything. Will he win his seat in 2024? That's a different story. Complete halt of momentum. So he might even be stopped might not contest it at all. Yeah, that is up in the air at the moment. I think there's going to be new leadership, better leadership in the GOP by then. And yeah. I don't think he'll contest another term, but I don't think he'll have the backing of the party by then. I think the party is going to want to wash its hands of all things Trump related. So RNC. I'm still getting running through my head the RNC might, yeah. Will the RNC crash and burn? At one stage, I was thinking they'd end up bankrupt. Oh, well, that's pretty much, it's got some pretty interesting time that's ahead for the RNC. This is pretty much a crash and burn card. So there's some big traumatic changes happening for that organisation. Energy is building behind it. Validation of concerns. The continual backing of Trump, I think, is going to bring it down. I do feel they're going to be replaced by a new organisation that does the same role, but yeah. Trump's holding all the money. They're going to be hit with all the subtlety of a blunt instrument. A lot of energy. It's like zap. The energy that's going to... Yeah, I do think that... There's not everybody who is a Republican is a bad person. I think common sense tells you that, unfortunately. It's the Democratic Party got to a stage where it was so infiltrated with bad actors that it had to be gutted and cleared out. And this is what has happened in the last 20, 30 years, possibly even 40 years, with the Republican Party. Yeah. Okay. Will Biden be able to bring the midterms home to the Democrats? I think the people, the candidates have to get out and talk to the people and really highlight what's being done well, and also don't just rely on people wanting by, you know, they have to do the hard work. At this stage, remember what I said earlier? That at this stage, it's, you know, I'm going to be looking, you know, and it turns out like dissatisfaction at this stage, dissatisfaction with a lot of things, but it's born from anxiety. The thing is, a lot of people think that if you're the president, you should be able to take care of all the world's problems. That there wouldn't be a war in Ukraine if Biden did better. Bull dust. That, yeah, it's still very much at this stage. If it was held today, it could go anyway. Be a very anxious time. One man in one office, as much as people would like to think that one man in one office can make all right in the world, it can't. And, you know, it is up to a group effort. And if of the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judicial branch, so all three branches, it was designed that it was a group effort. And if one or two of those branches are falling down and not doing their job, it's a lot harder for the one that's left to get things done. So there has to be new consensus. It's going to be a bit of a rough time. It's going to be a bit of a rough time. But in the end, I do think it's going to be, yeah, I think they will. Both House, Senate. But at the moment, if it was held today, it'd be very much up in the air. Okay. Will is Cinema up for re-election? Could she get primaried? Now, okay. Why does Alex Jones want immunity? Oh, this will be an interesting question. To talk, he's willing to talk to the 1-6 committee as long as he gets immunity. Now that, of course, is like, oh, that's not going to raise some red flags, is it? When is Cinema up for re-election? Why does Alex Jones want immunity? Why does he need immunity? 7 of Cups. He's delusional. Queen of Pentacles. And 5 of Swords. Why does Alex Jones need immunity? He's facing defeat. He's facing ruin. What's on the bottom? Page of Cups. Oh, he thinks it's a brilliant idea. I don't know if he was there. Yeah, he's having to file for bankruptcy. Is there a money trail to him? Let's have a look. Ooh, there might be a money trail to him. That's why he would need immunity. Why has he suddenly decided he wants to talk to them? 6 of Cups. Yeah, things start to catch up with him. It's not just this handy hook business. Things are starting to catch up with him. He wants to make a deal before he ends up with the perp walk and all that. Oh. Is Alex Jones going to get indicted over January 6th? I don't think they're even going to bother. Are they going to bother talking to him? Oh, yeah. Now, I asked if is he going to get indicted. 5 of Swords, yeah. I think he's facing indictment, and I think he's trying to head that off by saying, I'll talk. But you have to protect me, which is why he's trying to make a deal with the lovers there. Yeah. Okay. I wanted to, I asked a question when I opened up, have some of the politicians in the Solomon Islands, did they take Chinese money to agree to the pact? I'm sorry about the noise. I'll just close the door. Okay. Chapter 13 is, yeah. So he's gone into receivership. Is basically what that is. And I'll just close that door. Make sure I don't flush you guys. Good boy. Oh. I'm back. Yeah, okay. What noise? It's quite noisy over the back. Somebody using power tools and stuff. Okay. Now, did some of the officials in the Solomon Islands take money from China? Yeah. Every card has a reverse. You might hope that they didn't, but no, quite a few of them did. 4 of Cups, yeah. It's very dissatisfactory over there. Yep. Temperance. Some people were given money not to stoke people up, stoke opposition and stuff like that. I did ask the question last week sometime, is Solomon Islands going to become a flashpoint in the Asia Pacific region? And basically, yes, it is. Yeah. Okay. Is this pact going to cause unrest amongst? It's, Seven of Cups. They are delusional. It's they're they're delusional. It's a security pact. No, it's just you can't sign a security pact with China and trust that they will keep to their side of it. They're delusional. 8 of Pentacles. There's a lot of a lot of hidden detail. 5 of Wands. Yeah, it's going to cause conflict. Quite a bit of conflict for a while. Jacinda Ardern is not wrong in saying that we have to find ways to work with China. But finding ways to work with China does not mean you can just give them carte blanche to take over the security of sovereign nations. And that is precisely what Che Guevara and his cronies have done. QSL card from Radio Australia many years ago. Okay. Ten of Cups. Yeah, this is an emotional situation. I'm getting sanctions. Might possibly be sanctions. Which will not help the situation. 10 of Cups. How dangerous is the Solomon Islands situation going to get? Oh, 8 of Swords. Yeah, I do feel like there's going to be sanctions on resources and things like that. It's going to get a lot messier before it gets better. So it will be doing a Solomon's watch every couple of weeks. It's going to get messier before it gets better. I think they were told the US could impose sanctions on them. Australia could. Yeah. What happened with that evacuation of the capital? How did it get stuffed up? It was an approved flight from everything I've read, and it was, military skydivers jumping into a field, a ball field or something. Night, Clarence. Strength. Okay. And I'm getting undermined strength. I'm getting internal. It was it's a big impact thing. I mean, ever since 1/6 French to the capital, they're not. But I think this was, they've got to review their staff. High Priestess. This was, yeah. It was opportunistic. It was opportunistic and not opportunistic, if you know what I mean. It's someone taking the opportunity to disrupt the work in the capital, but it's sort of like somebody that's their whole plan. It's like they're in there to look for opportunities for that. Secret spies and lies. There's somebody in there who is basically, there was nothing to worry about with the plane. Never was. They knew that. But they took the opportunity to undermine the feelings of security. Basically, there's a gremlin in the capital, and someone who's and the Empress. This is the I think a notification was sent through that this plane would be around, and they just took advantage of it. The Empress. This was a military plane from a protective organisation of the people, the military, and they just took it. This is a big impact because it's going to lead to reviews. The chain of events. The person who ordered the evacuation is not necessarily the one who is the gremlin, but they will find that person and they will face consequences. It's someone who was very opportunistic, who took the opportunity to try and undermine the feeling of security. I think they wanted to, I'm getting to the people's house. So I think there was maybe, see if we can get the White House evacuated as well, if they're going to evacuate the Capitol and stuff. But it didn't get that far. So that Biden was, removed as well. There's somebody in there who has their own little agenda of disruption and undermining, and I think they're going to find the person. I think there's going to be a real investigation into this. You hate to think that you have to clean house for people, for staff at places like the Capitol and the White House, but you do occasionally. You have to clean house, and definitely someone pro 45. Yeah, he's been turned down in Ohio. Okay. Why? Okay. Now, the fact that all these fairgrounds in Ohio are turning him down for a rally, could that spell a change in Ohio? Ohio's a red state, isn't it? I don't know if it's political change, but they know they're not going to get any money from him. 5 of Swords. Oh, this could be a precursor of defeat in Ohio for... Is their governor up for re-election? And Portage County. Hierophant. Two of Pentacles. Wow. Juggling government. Defeat government. Juggling. Could Ohio turn into a battleground state in the future? 4 of Wands. There's a lot of dissatisfaction. 4 of Wands. Minor celebration in Ohio. I think that's going to be interesting to look at in November, the state of Ohio. I feel like this did more than him not paying that he's been turned down for. That's part of it. Is it just because of money? No, there's more to it than that. That's part of it, but there's more to it. The King of Pentacles. Yeah, money is part of it that he won't pay, but there's more to it. I think there's a feeling in these counties that he won't really be welcome there. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I know it's a red state as far as I know. I don't know. I don't see it turning blue, but it could be more of a battleground than they anticipate. Yeah. Okay, other questions. Oh, MTG. Is she going to get banned? They have the right to say no. Yeah, that could be part of it too. The businesses don't want it. It's not worth the money. I asked, is MTG going to get banned? Yeah, look at this. The death card. Okay, Gosar, Bishop, and State Representative Fincham. A similar case is being heard in Arizona. Arizona for them? So are they going to get banned? We'll go Gosar first. Yeah, she'll be removed off the ballot, yeah. Is Gosar going to be removed from the ballot? 5 of Cups. Oh, that's a loss for him. Okay. Is Biggs going to get removed from the ballot? I'm not prepared to state on Gosar's mental state, comment on it, because I'm not in any way. Yeah. Let's just say he has problems. Bishop, is he going to get removed from the ballot? He's got 10 of swords. I would say that's a yes. Is Cruz up for re-election? I don't know if he's up for re-election, so I thought it was 2024. Isn't it 6 years in the Senate? Because he beat Beto in 2018. Yeah, I know his whole family does. It's sad that a situation like that arises. And State Representative Fincham, is he going to be removed from the ballot? 14th Amendment, Section 3, yeah. Yeah. Oh, pay the devil his due. The future's not looking too good for these 3 gentlemen. So, yeah. Abbott in Texas. What is going to happen? Will he be voted out? Will Abbott be voted out in Texas? Yeah. I said, will Abbott be defeated in the governor's race? We've got the 4 of Wands, which is a minor celebration. Let's explore that a little bit more. So that's looking like a yes. 3 of Cups, overflowing and celebration and support. And the Page of Cups, inspiration. Okay, so if that means he gets defeated, is Beto going to win? The Magician. In one word, the Magician for Beto. Okay, somebody asked me about Macron and Le Pen. Will Macron defeat Le Pen? I'm still getting a yes. her ties to and her support of Putin is just too off. But let's have a look. Will Macron defeat Le Pen in France? Hi, Harley girl. Hi, Viviane. Hi, Pamela Roma. Six of Swords. It's going to be a bit of a rough ride, but moving onwards. A Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, he's going to be able to stop her. Okay, it'd probably be a little bit closer than Comfort would like, but he will be able to stop her with the Knight of Pentacles there. Queen of Cups. Yeah. And restore harmony. Yeah, so I think he's going to win. Julian Assange. Em asked about Julian Assange. Is the Australian government going to assist him in any way? I got it again. He was warned. He was warned. He was warned. There's only so much, you know. And I think they did assist him earlier on. They didn't hang him out to dry, but he was told. I mean, they assisted him when the Yanks came for him when he was a teenager. They, you know, and they did. They came for him. And he was told repeatedly. Hi, MK Karen M. Hi, Marie Henson. Patricia Francino, hello. Oh, my goodness. And if anyone wants a reading, you can email me. Okay. Yeah. Night, Renee. Will they assist him? Because his approval to the US has been granted for extradition. Oh, you said hello earlier. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Four of Wands. Will they help him? Well, they might do a deal like they did with, was it David Hicks, that he gets sent home and sees his sentence out in Australia. The Four of Wands can be about security as well. Four of Swords. Yeah, they're definitely going to step back and let things play out. You see, he hasn't, yeah, I think the old argument has been he hasn't broken any laws in Australia. There might be some momentum by some people to help him. So we've got the Four of Wands, home. There might be movement to bring him home eventually, but at the moment they're just going to step back. But there might be some momentum eventually. Temperance. And the Lovers. For the moment, they're just going to step back and let this play out. He was told repeatedly, you know, we will not be able to help you if you continue on this path. I think they'll probably, if he's convicted and thrown in jail over there will be a momentum to bring him home. But temperance, and the lovers, they might have tempered it by, taking him out of a US federal prison, maybe bringing him over to Australia, but he'd have to they'd have to make a deal for that to happen. I do think they'll be sort of pushed into trying to make a deal for him to serve out his time in Australia. Will that happen? King of Swords. Possibly. But these major arcana, time-wise, it's a while. They're just going to sit back and let things play out for a while. But I do think eventually there's going to be this push. Bring him home, bring him home. He didn't break any laws in Australia. That's not the point, by the way. There's been no push to bring those Australian idiots who robbed a bank in Aspen, Colorado, home to serve out their sentence here. I think they're going to wait and see what happens. If he stands trial in the US, wait until that happens, and then wait for that to play out. Wait for the prosecution to play out. You never know. He could be found not guilty, and then it's all for nothing. I do feel eventually they'll make a deal to bring him back to Australia, but he'll have to see out at least part of his sentence over here. Which, like I said, I had to leave that one for a while because I didn't want to be contaminated by my own opinion of the guy. Oh, is that Andre? An astrology alert. Okay. Macron Le Pen, Julian Assange. Blue. Oh, will Texas go blue? When pigs fly, unfortunately, but let's have a look. Will Texas go blue? Who's mad at the US? Putin. When isn't he mad at the US? There's some. This is the moon card. You'd think it'd be no, but there's some hidden obstacles. Will Texas turn? There's some hidden things coming to light. Page of Swords. Disappointment. No, I don't think it'll turn blue. The Lovers. But a new deal, I don't think it's going to turn blue. I think there's still some hidden obstacles to it turning blue. But a new deal. And it is interesting because you do have the blue and the pink. Perfect.
Go, baby.
Thanks, sweetheart. Can you turn that fan on, please? Onto 3. That way. Flip it.
Like so.
That way, yeah. Thank you. Will it turn purple? Let's have a look. These cards are great. I love this. Is the Annie Livery deck. It's so bright and colourful. Remember, if you want a reading, you can email me. Yes, I say that a lot, but it does help with some income. If you have not joined, become a member and you want to, there's some perks. Next week, I'm going to be doing another, I'm not sure whether it'll be a hidden treasures or a mystery tour or even a series. And when I do those, if you remember, you get to see them 2 days before everybody else. And if you remember, there's a around 10-minute hot topic video every weekday, Monday to Friday. I try to get them in between 6 and 8, but sometimes it's a little bit later than that. But yeah. Yes, he said he'd come out around 11 and make coffee. Let's see. Will Texas turn purple? Oh.
Hey, footprinters.
Thank you, baby.
What is it? Yep, still morning.
I've got
Morning,
the Three of
footprinters.
Swords, but again, the Three of Swords isn't always bad. It could be no heartbreak, not turning purple. It could mean that Beto's going to be a Democratic governor with a Republican-dominated House and stuff. Well, it could be it's time to let go of some of those things. Tell us more. The Chariot. Momentum. Letting go and some momentum. There's going to be quite a big move towards it. Okay. Republicans aren't going to get all their own way. Would there be some independence in there? Pay the devil its due. These ties, letting go. There's heartbreak, ties letting go. Well, okay. There's so much heartbreak being caused in Texas at the moment because of some of these laws. And I wanted to do a reading on some of those laws because I wrote down something somewhere with how many there were. Over 900 either anti-trans, anti-abortion, or anti-CRT laws in 42 states around the nation. Too many states, if you ask me. And yeah. 5 of Queens out in the cold. Oh, Wheel of Fortune change. Okay, this is interesting because first I got heartbreak and then I got momentum, the 7 of Chariot, momentum, victory, which is a yes. I said, will it turn purple? And it's also a movement towards it. And then I got the devil, pay the devil and due, which could be the Republicans having to pay for some of the things they've introduced. You know, Texas will often introduce and other states follow. 5 of Coins, Republicans out in the cold with a change. I don't think Texas will turn blue, but I do think it could turn purple. Okay, will the lieutenant governor be a Democrat? Let's have a look. The Tower. Okay, that's interesting. What about the AG? The Star, hopefully. I said, will the lieutenant governor be a Democrat? And I got the Tower. Very interesting. Collapse. Because do you vote for each one individually, or is there going to be, is the lieutenant governor, if the governor's a Republican, then the lieutenant governor, he chooses the lieutenant governor? Or I know I know the new AG, you vote for him, he's going to be a Democrat. So I'm not quite sure how it works there. But there's a Tower. There is a big collapsing in on itself. I've been a bit quiet on my Facebook at the moment, but you can, if you want to join me on Facebook, it's Chrissy at Footprint on Facebook, ChrissEY, okay, at Facebook. Yeah. It's going to be really, really interesting. Texas is going to be quite interesting. Okay. A package that's in Kentucky. Is that the case with Texas as well? Marie Hanson, you're in Texas, aren't you, my dear? If you're still there, can you tell me, is that the case in Texas as well? If the governor is a Democrat, then the lieutenant governor will be a Democrat as well? I don't know if that's the case in all states, actually. It would seem to me it would make sense that it would be. But yeah, it's just so much disparity between states over there. It's going to be a real tower. No, Texas, it's not a package. So there's a real tower happening with the lieutenant governor's office in Texas. What's going to go on there? Oh, I got what has the lieutenant governor been up to in Texas? That's what I got. Yeah. I think there's going to be huge things coming out about that. Anyway, we'll wait. So we'll see. I'll read closer to the election. He's being indicted. Yes, that's probably why I got the tower there with the lieutenant governor lieutenant governor, I believe you say. Let's have a look and see if we can get one more story. Now, Title 42, isn't that thing with Mexicans or people at the border or something? White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki appeared to rule out the possibility of the delaying the removal of Title 42 next month. The Trump-era public health order has enabled U.S. authorities to turn back most migrants, including people seeking asylum. Delaying the removal of Title. Nope, that's it. May 23rd. Alabama's in for a bit of a shock. I don't know why I just said that, but yeah. Okay. There's so much Trump era stuff that they're going to have to get rid of. Hi, sweet pea. Okay. Okay, Georgia State Governor race. Okay, is Stacey Abrams going to win? I will do that, and then, if you don't mind, I think I might wrap up for the day after this. Yeah, they're not going to renew it. I think. Is Stacey Abrams going to win? Page of Coins, appreciating the opportunity that is in front of her. Ace of Coins, yes, grasping that opportunity with both hands. Now we've got the Death card, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's not going to win. Death is about change and transformation. And this is no more evident than with this, where the grub has transformed into a butterfly. And butterflies are change. So, will Stacey Abrams, or will a Democrat win? We'll just say a Democrat, because there's no guarantee that she's going to be the one to win. Six of Cups. A replay of a story. Strength. I think it will be a Democrat. Hopefully it will be her. But I do think that, yeah, that there might be a Democratic governor of Georgia after the elections. And what's this? The Six of Wands, victory. So it looks pretty good for her. So she's got strength. She's got the replay of a story, but bounding back with strength. And this is about change, not necessarily something hope's dying. You know, a lot of people would think, oh, this poor little grub has died. It hasn't died. It's undergoing transformation and coming out. So she'll be, it's like she'll come back. Yeah, so the chances are pretty good. If not her, a Democrat. When I focused on just saying a Democrat, it got stronger. So okay, guys, thank you for joining me. if you want to become a member, it's $3.99 US a month, and you do get some perks, including an open session with me on the last Saturday morning of the month for me, which is the last Friday night over in the US. Last Friday night in the US, last Saturday morning over in my part of the world. And I have an open session, and what you'll do is you'll go to comments and you'll see members only comments, and there'll be a link there for you to join the session. And I open it up for 1 to 2 hours. Okay, and you'll only be able to access that link if you're a member. So, yeah. And I think that might be next weekend. Hi, spirits beyond the stars. How are you, my dear? Again, thank you for your support. Give me a thumbs up. It all adds up. And I will talk to you later. And, of course, when I do a pre-recorded video, which I'm getting back into doing, you get to see them first. So, and I'm tossing up some little members-only videos. They'd be short as well on some questions. Anyway, my dear, thank you very much for joining me. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, stay strong, and stay loving. And I will be back on Thursday. Bye-bye.